What's up, everyone? Welcome to Tears Avenue. My name is Darren, and oh my god, I am sore from this Labor Day weekend bonanza that me and Rob went to. So we went river rafting, and the right side of my chest area and my stomach area is all sore. Just because we went like this extreme river rafting in Sacramento. It was crazy, but nonetheless it was a fun experience, and I can't wait to do it again, hopefully next year. But let's get on to the story. So today I'm going to be talking about Robert Pattinson, because Robert Pattinson finally broke silence after being casted as the next Batman in the Matt Reeves movie, and he spoke with Variety, and I'm gonna go ahead and read a few paragraphs from this Variety article right here. But if you want to read and watch the interview below, I'm gonna put the link below, and you guys could watch it and read it as well. It says this: he'd been chasing Batman for much longer than anyone knew. Pattinson had heard that Reeves was working on a script that reimagines Bruce Wayne in his younger years of his life. I'd had Batman on my mind for a while, Pattinson says. It's such an absurd thing to say. I sort of had an idea to do it, and I'd been prodding Matt. He didn't accept any prods. I kept asking to meet him. When Reeves finally finished the script, he relented and agreed to a meeting in Los Angeles. And then I had to kind of try to imagine what he'd written, and I hadn't even read the script, Pattinson says. I'd come with this pad full of notes. As discussed continued, Pattinson arrived in Cannes in May, and all hell broke loose in the press. Basically, there was a leak that he was going to be the next Batman. It was terrifying, he says. I was like, oh fuck, does that screw me, because they are so intent on secrecy? He found himself attending the Lighthouse premiere, which the movie he's gonna be in next, Lighthouse premiere, in the middle of reading the script pages that he'd just been sent. I'm living in Cannes in my hotel room rehearsing, Pattinson says. The whole thing was a lot. Then after the screening in Cannes, he immediately flew back to LA to meet with Reeves for the final audition for the Bat fitting. He said, I put it on. I remember saying to Matt, it does feel quite transformative. He was like, I would hope it does. You're literally in the bat suit. Pattinson describes what the moment was like. You do feel very powerful immediately, and it's pretty astonishing. Something that is incredibly difficult to get into. So the ritual of getting into it is pretty humiliating. You've got 5 people trying to shove you into something. Once you've got it on, it's like, yeah, I feel strong, I feel tough. And even though I had to have someone squeezing my butt cheeks into the leg. Yeah, so that's what he says about, getting the role and trying to get Matt's attention. And it's really interesting because a lot of times these actors, a lot of actors, they try to throw it out there on social media that they want to be a certain superhero, just like Tyrese wants to be Green Lantern really hard, and sometimes, most of the time, it doesn't happen. A lot of times, we hear things on the internet and about the certain casting decision, and it's not the actor that we wanted it to be, the one that's been plotting for the role for like 5 years. They never get it, but it sounds to me, based off this interview, it worked out. It worked out for Pattinson, and which is, I feel like it's somewhat fate, right? Because Pattinson, he definitely fits the role. He definitely has a chin as well, and he definitely looks the part. I'll tell you that much. I'm definitely on board with the Pattinson, and even though it does come with a lot of hate, hey, we're not. This is not unfamiliar grounds, right? We've been here before. And Pattinson even talked about the Batman haters. He says this: to be honest, it was less vitriolic than I was expecting. It's much more fun when you're an underdog. There's no expectations of you. So there you go. There you have it. That's our new Bruce Wayne. Him talking about the Batman role, and it's really exciting that he's able to break silence and put it out there in the universe and tell everyone he's been a Batman fan this entire time. And little did we know, his dream would finally come true. So that's really interesting, and I love that so much. And if you read the article, it talks about him like wearing the Batman suit when he was a kid, and you know he's been a Batman fan his whole life, and you know he grew up on him just like we did. You know, we all grew up on Batman, so he's definitely a fan. He's probably not a deep of a nerd as we are, but I'm sure he'll definitely do his research, and it's very interesting stuff. You know, with this article comes a rumor plot that comes from Daniel RPK. He's a journalist, he's a comic book scooper as well, and this is what the rumor plot says. He says, the Batman will explore a detective case. When people start dying in strange ways, Batman must go deep into the world of Gotham to find clues and solve the mysteries, conspiracies connected to Gotham City's history and criminals. In the film, all of Batman's rogue gallery are already out there and active, similar to the comics and animated shows movies. The film will have multiple villains as they are all suspects. I mean, pretty basic plot. I mean, it just says, yeah, there's a mystery out there and Batman needs to go and find it and solve the murders. That's pretty much what it says. Nothing crazy. It's very vague. And if this is true, I'm sure they're keeping it very vague until a official plot details is out there when Matt wants to release it. So very interesting stuff. You know, I'm very excited for Robert Pattinson's next movie with Christopher Nolan, and as well with the Lighthouse movie. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely check that trailer out. But if you guys want to read and watch the interview of Robert Pattinson about Batman, you could go to our description below and click the link there. Alright, so that's it for today's video. It's very short stuff, but I just want to put it out there. But yeah, I'll see you guys again. Don't forget to comment, like this video, subscribe to our channel. I'll see you guys again. Bye.